Hey y'all, I wanted to do a little walkthrough of the journal I created while on vacation visiting a friend of mine in the Netherlands. And part of my intention for the trip was to reconnect with kind of things that bring me joy and things that I love. And it should be no surprise to any of you that I found that I really enjoy playing in my journal while drinking delicious coffee in cafes. So for this journal, I purchased, while I was there, I bought this set of their water-based fine liners. So it's a brush pen and a fine liner. So this is a brand from, it's actually manufactured. So it says, oh yeah, so it's based in the Netherlands. So we have that. This one is our favorite. They're Sakura. They are the glitter gel pens, but it is the Van Gogh collection. And that's what I use to create the cover art on my journal. The other thing that I did use, I took these with me. These are the little Prima watercolors. They're very packable. They have a really nice fold out, the two palettes. So I really enjoyed this little travel selection. So first thing I'll show you is the cover, and I did put a little glaze on top of it because it was the paper was not holding up. So after I added the artwork, I did a little matte medium on it. First thing we have color swatching, and this was color swatching inside the journal. And there's a mixture of types of journaling. So some was just drawing the coffee that I had before me. So that was something that was really interesting to me. I would just put where I was and a date. Other times I would just play. This was a brainstorm. I'm trying to figure out something to do for an art show that's coming up. Then I would draw some more coffee because that's lovely. This one, starting to draw from photographs. So took a picture and then translated it to the page. Sometimes I would just sit, find a little quote that had popped up in my feed that day, adding it. Sometimes it would be sitting in a park, this little 5-minute sketch, another 5 minutes to paint. This one was a longer time, really looking at the architecture, trying to get those buildings, dimensions, and kind of things to look like they should. It was my first time to do it. So then I settled into just making these interesting little tiles. So yeah, it was fun to play. And then after I would try something that's hard, I would settle into something that was very nurturing. So I used the paints to do that. Sometimes it would be, this little series was from the evening of the full moon. It was the Aquarius full moon. And so in this page, then someone posted this and I wanted to kind of remember those questions. So I added them into my journal. Another quote popped up, and so just play with something. I'd seen a lot of sunflowers on my walk that day. Settling into playing with the paints. What could I do in some unexpected color palettes? This was after a trip to an exotic plant show at a nursery. Lots of echinacea that we saw in a lot of different colors, so that inspired those pages. And then settling into, this is kind of, I love to doodle, and the word here, gezellig, basically means cozy. It's when you have great conversations with friends. And then just kind of playing, was listening to some One Republic, just sat and whatever showed up, just doodled that. This piece was created after I came home, so I did add a little Posca into it. And this page, this was the cover of this is the type of watercolor book that I have, so I wanted to capture that, so I just added those into it. So that, my friends, is just a quick tour of my play journal on vacation. So I'll probably do a little session where I'll walk you through more of the supplies and things, or maybe I'll do a longer recording to explain exactly some of how I did each of these miniature artworks.